Before we get into the video, if you guys want the best quality on your screen, make sure to press the settings and turn it up to 1080p. Also, if you want some captions, if you speak a different language, go to the bottom of your screen, press this button, go over to settings, and you will see an option to press onto subtitles, go to auto translate, and you have got hundreds of languages to select from. Enjoy the video, lads. Well, FUTTIES Dynamic Duo 3 objectives. We had Reece James and Mason Mount first, we had Matthias Cunha and Renan Lodi last week, and now we have got the man himself. He was absolutely ridiculous. I believe it was his FUT birthday card, Tammy Abraham. We've also got a FUTTIES Dynamic Duo, and his Dynamic Duo partner is, I'm probably going to butcher this, I know it's probably pronounced completely different, but hopefully I am somewhat on the right path of saying Veretout. I'm probably completely off here, so apologies about that one. But lads, if you guys are new to these videos, what we're going to do, we're going to go over all of these objectives. I'll give you guys my tips, tricks, a squad builder that you can use. Before you get into it as well, make sure to drop a like and subscribe, and let's get into it. So first of all, you've got assist 3 goals with at least 8 Serie A players and 3 Italian players in your starting lineup in the live FUT Friendly Serie A challenge. Now this seems relatively self-explanatory. You can just assist with any player. It does not matter which type of assist, but as long as you've got at least 8 Serie A players and 3 Italian players in your starting squad, which we'll get into the squad builder with all of the requirements shortly. Score using forwards in 4 separate wins. Keyword is wins. You have to score and see out that game with a win, with at least 8 Serie A players and 3 Italians. So it looks like you're going to be going down the Italian Serie A route, like a full Serie A side with a few Italians in there. Remember, you only need at least 8 Serie A, so if you've got some icons in your club, most definitely use them. But score using forwards is a striker, centre forward, right wing, left forward, and right forward. If you want a bit of a life hack for this one, if you really want, you could go for a formation that has lots of forward positions in it, which we will get into shortly. I've got a great formation in mind. Now, for completing this one, you also get that Veretout card. Once again, hopefully pronouncing that correctly. You will then unlock this card after just scoring the goals. Now, my number one tip for this one, lads, and I know for a fact this works because I've done it the last 2 ones for Reece James and Renan Lodi, who have been the lower tier dynamic duo card, if you will. All you have to do is score 15 goals for them. Go into a game straight away, chuck a pause and message your opponent. Let him score 15 goals and you score 15 goals. The best way to do it is go 1 goal each time. So you'll let him score, he'll let you score, you'll let him score. Then you could either play out from 15-15, or obviously let him get the win if you want. It does not really matter, right? Well, actually, well, it does matter, because obviously you want to try get the wins with this one. So it kind of just have to figure out. But I feel like whoever's offering, if you're offering to let him get to 15 goals, then it'll just be polite of you to let him get the win as well. Now, how you can message him, you do not want to message him through the console. You can if you want, but you do have a 40-second time limit before it times you out and you will forfeit the match. So if you think you can search his name, obviously you can go to like recently played with, but if you think you can search his name and obviously type out the message on console within 40 seconds, fair enough. But if not, download the PlayStation or Xbox app on your phone, or it could be even on the PC, I think, whichever. But download it on your phone. You can log in and it's basically just like messaging him. You can go to messages and do it that way. So that way you will not time out of a game, and it's probably a lot quicker typing on your keyboard. So download your Xbox or PS4 app, chuck him a message and say, hey man, do you want to let me get 15 goals? I'll let you get 15 goals and you can have a win if you want. And in that way you can get this Veretout card within 1 game. I did that for Reece James. I found someone in my second game, and when I did it for Renan Lodi, I found someone in my first game. So it does work. I can confirm it does work. Maybe you get a little bit unlucky, match people that don't want to do it, or people that have already done it, so there's no point for them to help you out. Fair enough, it's just the luck of a draw. Now, with a score for this goal in 3 separate matches with at least 8 Serie A players, 3 Italians, etc., and FUTTIES Veretout in your starting lineup. So this FUTTIES Veretout, as soon as you get, you're going to want to put in to your team, and you're good to go. Score a finesse goal, here's an example. To perform a finesse shot, the best thing you want to do is find someone with either a very good finishing stat. Most attackers will have a very solid one, or someone with a finesse shot trait. And when you do get into a position when you are going to shoot, along with shooting by pressing circle on PlayStation or B on Xbox, you're also going to be pressing the right bumper. So it is right bumper plus shoot, and obviously aim where you want to go as you normally would with a shot. And last but not least, play 4 matches with at least 8 blah 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 with FUTTIES Veretout in your squad. So this one, you do not have to win these matches, you just have to play them. Relatively simple, lads. Let's go have a look at this live FUT Friendly Serie A challenge and then get into the squad builder. So what you want to do is you want to go over to play, go over to friendlies, and then obviously play online. Easy as, sounds relatively simple. And then I believe you have to go over, in fact I'm already on it. Now as you can see, the requirements, Serie A players at least 3, and Italian players at least 3 as well. So relatively simple. Now I'm going to remove my webcam for this. As you can see, and I'll circle it for you, it does say the rules is no rules, which means there's going to be no offsides, there's going to be no red cards, yellow cards. So if your opponent is through on goal, just why not? 2-foot him. It will be absolutely fine, you will not get sent off, so it makes it a little bit fun and a little bit more bearable of a game mode. So boys, this is a squad builder we have built. It will cost you no more than 20,000 coins. Obviously, the whole point of a squad builder is just to build teams that, you know, can work, get the right requirements for the squad builder, if you will, that is not too pricey. Obviously, lots of you guys will have a lot better players than this, so if you want, make sure you can get some icons. Remember, you only need at least 8 Serie A, which means you've got 3 other positions to fill in. So if you've got a few icons, you can chuck 3 of them in, so I could use my R9 Maldini, my Ronaldinho if I wanted to, for the remaining 3 positions. And obviously as well, make sure to search your club, because obviously you'll want to be using your best Serie A players. But for the sake of the video, for the sake of the squad builder, this is a nice budget Serie A side that you can use to get these objectives done. Now what we've done, as you can see, we've got 3 Italians, Sirigu in net, Barella as our centre mid, and Di Lorenzo as our right back. Now you may notice the formation is a 4-2-4. Now the reason we've gone for the 4-2-4 formation is because you've got 4 attackers in this formation. You could go for a 4-2-2 if that suits your team a little bit better, but we haven't really got too many CDMs. In fact, we do not have a CDM in this team. I mean, you could play Barella there, but he's more box to box. So that's the reason we've gone for a 4-2-4 over the 4-2-2. Just because obviously you've got more attackers, the left mid, right mid in the right wing and left wing position. Now with this, make sure to position modify Deulofeu and Icone from a right mid to a right wing for both of them, so they count as forwards, alright? Because if they play as a right mid in the right wing, they will not count as forwards. So make sure with this Icone and Deulofeu, or for that matter, it could be any right mid and left mid, make sure you position change them to the position they're playing in, okay? So we've got Deulofeu at left mid. Once again, will be playing left wing. Make sure you position modify him to left wing. Cost you like 900 coins. But he's 4-star, 90 agility, relatively fast. He'll get the job done. Our 2 strikers is Luis Muriel, Keita Balde. Right mid, once again, position modify to right wing is Jonathan Icone. 4-star, 3-star. He's nothing crazy, but he's fast and he's got 92 agility. Our 2 centre mids is Zielinski, and we have gone for Barella. Now Zielinski isn't amazing, but remember, as soon as you get the 15 goals for your FUTTIES of Veretout, which if you are lucky enough to get him in the very first one, where is Roma? This is Roma here. If you are lucky enough to find someone in the very first match, then you should be able to get him as soon as possible. And his Veretout's card, just chuck him in over Zielinski. Happy days, absolutely perfect. Now left back, we have gone for Haps. If you've got a bigger budget, you could definitely go for Theo Hernandez. Our 2 centre backs is Tamori and Luis Felipe. Luis Felipe, a little bit of a weak link, so if you want, I believe Veretout, he's 5'10", if you really want, you could chuck him down to centre back and then put Zielinski there if you really want. It kind of just, it doesn't really matter, to be honest. Like, sure, he'll do the job, he'll be a lot better in the midfield than he will be at centre back, but Luis Felipe is the only cheap Serie A centre back that, in my opinion, is good enough to be in this team. 73 pace, disregarding, I think Manolas is the other centre-back I would have gone for, but Manolas is currently transferred clubs to Olympiacos, which means his Napoli card has gone out of packs and is a little bit pricey. So once again, if you do have a bigger budget, then you can go for like maybe a special deluxe card, shapeshifters, whichever, it depends on your budget, but this is a cheap Luis Felipe, probably the worst player in this team. Right back is Di Lorenzo and Sirigu in net. Once again, having the 3 Italians are very, very important. Now lads, tip number 1 is going to be to fill the bench up. Now we'll chuck Veretout back back out here because this is how you want to start. Now, tip number 1 is to fill the bench up with your super subs, because you can have any bench you want, because it's only at least 8 Serie A players, alright? You can make up to 3 super subs a match, so make sure to make use of your super subs. You can make free changes if you want. If you get some icons in your starting 11 as well, remember you can have up to 3 to be within the correct limit for the amount of Serie A players, then you can make another 3 super subs, and you'll basically be playing a very strong team with a few Serie A lads to get the objectives done. Just make sure you keep on some Serie A attackers like Muriel and Balde probably, or even one of the two, so you can get the finesse goals and you can get the attacker goals, etc. Now what I'll do is I'll probably sub on my R9 for Balde. I'll sub on my Nkunku for Zielinski, unless I've got Veretout at that point, and I'll also probably sub on Marquinhos for Luis Felipe. So make sure to make use of your free super subs. Now we're going to flick on over to the Futbin view here. Now I am not sponsored by Futbin, simply just using these guys as an example, but what we're going to be looking at is chemistry styles, and I'm going to take Muriel as an example, as he is our main man up front, and our main man will want to be getting the finesse goals with, etc, etc. Now Muriel, as you can see, is 1.9 on the PlayStation, 1.7 on the Xbox, and 1.5 on PC/Origin. Now what we want to look at here is down in this section here with the chemistry styles. Now every single card comes with a basic when they are packed. The only way you're going to buy this card and he won't have a basic on him is if someone has changed the chemistry style before selling him. But with the basic, he goes to an 85 rated striker. In fact, he's a very good left forward at 87 and an 86 rated cam. But he gets a +2 pace, +2 shooting, +4 dribbling, and just some +1s and 2s throughout the board. That is assuming, of course, he's on full chem and your squad chemistry is on full chem, which it should be. Now what our job is to try and make this striker, as being 85 rated, as high of rating as possible. So let's have a look. A sniper downgrades him, a finisher upgrades him by 2, a deadeye does the same, a marksman as well does the same. So I've narrowed it down to a marksman, which makes him an 86.9, a finisher makes him an 87 on a dot, and a deadeye makes him an 87.2. So it looks like a deadeye is going to be the one we want to go for. It gives him a passing boost as well, which that 95 short passing might be very helpful for the assists objective. So I actually do think the deadeye is probably the best way to go. Gets a massive shooting boost. His dribbling is nothing crazy as it is, same with his pace, but it will do the job. His physical doesn't matter too much, but he gets a massive shooting boost and a massive passing boost, which may help with the assist using Serie A players objective. So I'll chuck a deadeye on him, and it will give him, instead of being an 85 rated striker with a basic, he'll now be an 87 rated striker. Easy as, boys. Make sure you use your free super subs, make sure you use a team, make sure you get your icons in the team as well. You can, remember, have up to 3 icons. Doesn't have to be icons, but obviously it'd be easier for links, because remember, you just need 8 Serie A players, so you'll have 3 positions left, and you'll still be able to play the game. Make sure you've got the 3 Italian players in, most importantly, and make sure you fill the bench up and make use of those super subs. Now, I'm not going to give you guys my third and final tip. I usually do. Now, my usual third and final tip is golden goal. For this game mode, for this objective, I would not do golden goal until you've got Veretout in your team. As soon as you get that FUTTIES Veretout in your team, then you can do golden goal from there. Basically, just quit if you go 1-0 down, or if you score first, your opponent will hopefully quit. If you are going to be participating in golden goal, simply change your team name to golden goal, so when you load into the game, your opponents will see your team, they'll see your team name, they'll understand, and they might just do golden goal with you. Now, I wouldn't recommend doing it for the first part though, because if you're doing golden goal for the score 15 goals, then it's going to take you 15 separate matches of you scoring first in. So do not do golden goal for the first 15 goals that you need to get for Veretout, but as soon as you get Veretout in, then you can start doing golden goal from that point out onwards. So lads, a recap, you've got assist-free goals with at least 8 Serie A players and 3 Italians. Once again, self-explanatory. Score using forwards in 4 separate wins is your, once again, strikers in the 4-2-4. Or make sure you position, modify Icone and Deulofeu to right wing and left wing, and that will work for them as well. Score 15 goals, message an opponent, see if you can get this done within a game or 2. Let him get the goals, and then he'll do the same for you. Get Veretout in your squad, and then you can continue doing golden goal for the if you get it first time, you might be able to do golden goal. Try get the forward goals as well, and then at the same time you'll be getting a forward finesse goal. Will help you with 2 birds with 1 stone. If you are doing golden goal after you get Veretout, then it will help out a lot, obviously. The score finesse goal, obviously right bumper plus shoot as you saw in the example, and then play 4 matches. If you have actually done all of the other objectives except for this play 4 matches, you could just go into a game, jam your controller, complete the full 90 and you'll get that done. Good luck, lads. Happy grinding. Good luck, and let me know if you've got any unanswered questions, alright? Much love, boys.